Hey, what is up, you guys? This is DHR2. Welcome back to my channel. So, I'm going to be doing a review of episode 17 and 18. But before we do that, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe right here, comment down below, and follow me on Instagram. And click the bell also. So, be a part of the DH crew. So, with that being said, let's get into today's episode. Well, episode 17 and 18 review. So, starting off with this episode 17 is about this celebrity that she's trying to disguise for some time, and she's trying to be normal, but everywhere she goes, she just gets, gets ambushed by these crazy fans and stuff. And once Ball Girl comes out and wants to fight the Rangers, the cameraman drops the camera, and he forgot that the camera was recording. So unfortunately, that the Rangers footage is being filmed, and the fights as well. So Ball Girl was able to counter every single Ranger's ability, like Devin's cheetah power, Ravi's gorilla strength, and even Zoe's jackrabbit abilities. So he was able to counter all of that, but his energy was able to run out. So Zoe's mom was on the verge of doing the biggest scoop of revealing revealing the Ranger's secret to the whole world. So it just seems like Vargoyle and Blazing them in the cyber dimensions, they built some type of memory thing. We're just setting up for episode 18. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. So I think they're probably saving that for the next episode, but we'll get to that by the next episode review. So basically, at the same time, while the fight was going on, they created this monster called Robotron, and when the Rangers morph, they were fighting the monster, and it just seems like they were, the monster was able to counter the Rangers' attack on them, but it went to commercial, so I wasn't able to miss the part, but I did get a glimpse of the Rangers were continuing to fight the enemy while Nate and Steel were fighting the Gigadrone. So while they're in trouble, Nate calls for Devin for help, and Devin was able to come to the rescue and fight him off with them, and while destroying the Gigadrone. Zoe and Ravi was able to destroy the Robotron by themselves. So they went to the studio, and Zoe's mom was so desperate to reveal the secret, but based on Zoe's idea, so she thought of having an interview with the celebrity. So she goes on to interview that person. So after that wraps up, Zoe's mom was able to not tell the secret by destroying the that wizard call. But the person, he didn't like what he's seeing first, but he realized that she's done it the right way. So that way, Zoe's mother was not able to reveal their secrets. So that was pretty good. As far as Ben and Betty goes, forgettable. So I'm gonna give this episode 4.5, 4.5 out of 5. I did like what I've seen, but Ben and Betty is what got me distracted. So next episode is rewriting history, and I gotta say, this episode was really interesting. And Cyber Dimensions, Blaze and them were able to come up with a great plan to put the memory thing up in the top of the news tower thing. I keep saying the thing so many times, but still, they put that memory unit or something on top of the building, and it was able to reerase everybody's memory, including the Rangers and Betty and them. So the funny thing about this episode is when the cameraman was able to get a close-up on the Rangers actors, which is kind of creepy and all, but I guess it was just a way of having them not I can't even get it out, remembering them being Rangers in the first place. So after that fiasco, Steel was able to figure out what was going on based on that weird red energy on Devin's head, and he discovers that Devin has lost his memory. But I forgot to tell you about the beginning of the episode when Steel was trying to figure out what humans do for a living when it comes to owning a pet. So Steel is half human, half robot, so he wants to be human at the same time. And Nate was just downing him, just making fun of him and claiming that he can't even take care of a pet. But he decided to give him a plant to start off. See, if he could take care of a plant, he'd be able to take care of a dog, which is kind of dumb. So based on that, and after that, sorry, I'm a little botched, but Nate was able to realize that Devin was not a ranger. Well, he can't remember being a ranger, but when Vargoyle shows up, or Ben and Betty show up, he did realize that he was just kind of tripping, trying to figure out where did Ranger comms come from, and Ben and Betty was trying to get those two, but still ends up disabling his arms, trying to break free from Ben and Betty. So Vargoyle comes out, and I do love the fight scenes between Steel and Vargoyle, which is one of the best things that ever happened in an episode. And Devin, he grabs a steel pipe and he just whacks Vargoyle in the back, which we don't really see that in Power Rangers though, which I'm kind of glad they actually did that. Okay, Chip, I see you. So after that fight, so Devin realizes that he has cheetah powers, so he's actually is a ranger. So after that, he goes to get his communicators, and so they walk up to the top of the building and get that memory device thing. So Steel was able to climb up despite being electrocuted. So Devin goes into the studio and he tells everybody that it's an emergency. So Vargoyle ends up coming in and tells everybody that it's about to get serious. By the way, we're in Japanese stock footage. So anyways, so Devin said that even though his friends taught him a few tricks, so he morphs into the Red Ranger, and the fight with Vargoyle was just spot on. I love the action. I love the fight choreography, even though it's Goldbuster Japanese footage. But at the same time, when Devin and Vargoyle were fighting, they made it more interesting. So Steel was continuing to climb on top of the ladder and was able to destroy the memory device by hand. So after that, that destroys his whole body ends up shutting down. Excuse me. So Devin was able to get his memory back, and I love his. Can I just say how much I love the fight scenes between Devin and Vargoyle? So he was able to just use his cheetah powers, fight Vargoyle for a bit, and then uses his was able to create the Big X cannon without even looking. And I just like how he says, and that's for hurting my friend. So I think Devin and Steel are the MVP. MVP of this episode, but I think Steel is the ultimate star in this episode because he was able to destroy the memory device by himself. So they were able to rush him in the studio, and Nate was just all panic mode, try to repair him. So the Rangers get into the Zords to have this Megazord fight, which was kind of short. I hate short Megazord battles, but the Power Rangers from the original Saban era did that a couple times, so who am I to complain? So after they destroyed the Gigadrome, they rushed back to the command center, and Steel was able to come back to life. So Nate apologized to Steel for making fun of him of not able to take care of a pet, but since he saved the day, they ended up giving him a dog. But before we get to that clip, Devin is all frozen up again because I forgot, since Devin is the Red Ranger, he has the DNA of a cheetah. Cheetahs are afraid of dogs. I don't know if that's true enough, but I'm gonna have to look that up. So, after the kid and the mom ends up seeing the dog and still realizes that since he can't take care of a pet, he makes the girl happy by letting her have the dog, which was pretty nice because you really don't see that in Power Rangers though. And I like how they did the right message though instead of being forced down like previous episodes did. So Ben and Betty in some returning out of nowhere from multiple dimensions, and those two are the ultimate distraction. So, but in cyber dimensions, they were able to recapture the wisdom calm, those blue things. If anybody can tell me what are the name of the blue things that they got, let me know in the comments below. Please do. So they come up with a plan to finally free Evox, which I'll get to that in my episode 19 review. So, what are my overall thoughts on these episodes? They're pretty good. They're not perfect by all means, but they're pretty good. Especially episode 17. Ben and Betty were kind of distracted, which gives away the episode from being perfectly written, but due to those comic relief. And I like the fact that I forgot the celebrity's name, but she was able to tell her story of being a celebrity, being famous, and being good, but sometimes it can be scary because of the fans. Like, you're recognized everywhere. So it's hard to just being normal when you're being in disguise because you're wearing a different wigs. But Ben and Betty were the ones that kind of started it by messing with that stupid camera thing and reviewing about, well, it's her. Well, the wig and stuff, but yeah. And I do like the fight scenes between Gargoyle and the Rangers in the beginning of the episode when he was able to use their agility, or their abilities against them, which was pretty nice. So that I give them credit. But the only problem is that when you're copying the Rangers' abilities, that ends up running out. So and then episode 18 was definitely one of my favorite ones because of Steel and Devin. Devin and Gargoyle fight scene was pretty epic, and that's what I love about it. And Steel, on the other hand, was the star of this episode because he was able to destroy the memory device from the top of the building all by himself, and everybody in town got their memories back, including the Rangers. So I've got to tell you that Blaze and Roxy, their plan failed. So yeah, I'm gonna give episode 18 4 out of 5. That's the best I could give it. I like the fight scenes between Devin and Gargoyle. I like Steel when he saved the whole city by himself, even though his whole body shut down. So that was probably one of the best episodes I've seen so far. But I'm gonna get to episode 19 review really soon, but not now. But what did you all think of this episode? Did you enjoy my review of today's episode review of 17 and 18? By the way, I saw it on demand. I did not see it on TV because, well, I don't like to get up early in the morning, so I didn't really have time to watch those episodes at 11 o'clock on Nick 2, basically. So yeah, episode 19 review will be coming out soon, so make sure you guys be on the lookout for that. And if you enjoyed my episode review of 17 and 18, let me know in the comments down below. Until then, this is DHR2, and I'm out of here. Peace.